How's it going, everybody? Today is a big day. We are outside of 88 Coffee Co. And today we are going to be talking to them about the eminent domain situation that they have found themselves embroiled in here in Manchester, New Hampshire. As part of a municipal project, the city has determined that 88 Coffee's lot needs to be taken by the city of Manchester, which leaves them in a bit of a situation because they're not going to have anywhere to go. And how that is going to be affecting the business moving forward. I'll tell you, from the jump, it's not good. All right, let's go in and talk to them. So now I'm here with the owner of 88 Coffee,
Corey Bo Tong.
So how long has your family owned this property?
My parents bought the building back in 1999. My dad renovated the whole building into a restaurant.
And you also have a daughter.
I have 2 daughters and a son.
Fuck, I didn't realize that. Jesus Christ, you guys have been at it, huh? Holy shit. My God, dude, you're only 36 years old. You're doing this to yourself. You have a house in Manchester too, right?
Absolutely, yeah. I live right by the airport.
So you have a house here, you have a business here. And how did you get from your dad renovating this and turning it into a restaurant to it being 88 Coffee?
Let's see, back in around 2015, the lease was up. My parents had leased it out to a couple of businesses, and they had asked me if I wanted to take over, and my brother. And we were like, sure, why not? I was actually, a validation engineer for a pharmaceutical company in Massachusetts.
And then you decided to leave that.
Yep.
Come join and come start a coffee roasting company here in Manchester.
We had always thought about it. Watching Food Network and stuff like that. We were like, we can do that. My family has actually had a long line of being in the restaurant industry. So it just, kind of just fell into place.
And before you were 88 Coffee, you had another coffee shop, correct?
Correct. We were the Local Moose Cafe. During the pandemic, we actually started roasting our own coffee. And a lot of people didn't realize that we were roasting our own coffee. So we wanted to rebrand with, coffee focused in the name. We have a lot less food. Currently, we're just doing toasts, but it was more just a focus on the coffee.
Like, was your business successful? I guess is the question.
It was successful. It was very successful. Right now it is October of 2024. We've already met last year's gross income, and we haven't even gone through the holiday season yet, which is always the biggest. You make the most money then. Right around the rebrand is when we heard the news that the property was being taken by eminent domain. And at that point, we knew we had to save our money that we would use to hire employees, to hire an attorney to help defend ourselves.
Why don't you just sort of give everybody like an overview of what is happening right now?
January 2023, we were notified by the city that our property was going to be acquired by the city. If we weren't able to come to an agreement, it would be taken by eminent domain. Last month in September, we received the letter from the city giving us 30 days to make a decision.
Why are they taking your property?
The property is being taken for a sewer project as part of the Cemetery Brook Drain Tunnel that they're building. They need our property to put up a maintenance shaft, and the whole property needs to be taken.
Before we go any further with the interview, I think we should talk about what exactly is the Cemetery Brook Drain Tunnel Project, which does not exactly roll off the tongue. Hold on, I need to... So what is the Cemetery Brook Drain Tunnel Project? Essentially, when it rains real heavy in Manchester, the sewer system gets overwhelmed. And when it gets overwhelmed, it takes all of that overflow water and it basically mixes the storm water and the sewage water, and it dumps it into the Merrimack River. So it dumps a bunch of poop water into the Merrimack River. The Merrimack River downstream is the water source for like 600,000 people. And so when stormwater comes up and backs everything up and then surges all of this poop water into the Merrimack, 600,000 people, than have to drink that poop water. I mean, it's clean and stuff, but you get what I'm saying. And at the end of the day, nobody should have to drink poop water. You know? What the overall project, what the combined sewer overflow project does is eliminates about 75% of that poop water. And it helps the city comply with environmental regulations at the federal level. And it also will help eliminate any street flooding from happening. And so overall, this project is great. The problem is what we're about to discover when we go back to talking to Bo. So let's go back over there. Like, why is this a problem?
The relocation costs are going to be extravagant. You're talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars to move a commercial kitchen.
How much money is the city offering for your business?
Right now, our paper offer from the city is $455,000.
In your lookings, have you been able to find another commercial space for that much money?
Absolutely not.
What's the cheapest commercial space you guys have been able to find for purchase?
I think off the top of my head, probably around $750,000.
So, like, realistically, the only other option would be to lease.
Correct. Leasing is not really in our business plan. Again, the main reason we started was we didn't have to lease from my parents. It was a family building. It took that risk out of the business and allowed us to be successful over, 9 years. That's why we're not going down that road. It's just not an option for us.
The only two options for 88 Coffee to continue would either be for the city to not take your building or to give you enough money to afford to buy a new building.
Correct.
What do you think about the cemetery project?
I know it needs to be done. We have a lot of wastewater going into the river in the city, and that can't happen. It has to happen at our expense, I guess. Probably other options, but I'm not an expert on that.
So one thing worth pointing out is that directly across the street from 88 Coffee, there's a vacant lot that's been vacant since 2016. It's the old Swanson Dyco building. You guys are just asking basically to get enough money from the city to basically just continue your business as it is now.
That is correct. That's what we need.
This is your only job. This is your only source of income.
Correct.
Does any of you have any options outside? Like, what would you do if this didn't exist?
I would probably commute to Boston. I think there may be some more opportunities in Boston than there are here. I mean, that's why we started this project here, to make something that we thought the city didn't have. It's something that I think, grew to love over the 9 years that we've been open. So I don't know what I'd do tomorrow if I wasn't doing this.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Bo.
Thanks, Nick.
After speaking with Bo and reflecting on the situation, I think most people would agree that this project is necessary. However, if you're asking 88 Coffee to give up their property for the greater good, then it's only fair that they're left in the same position they're in now, owning a commercial property outright, fully equipped to continue offering the same exceptional service they're known for. The city has an opportunity here to fix a major problem with the sewer system. But if they aren't willing to treat 88 Coffee fairly, any progress made will be overshadowed by the fact that they had to destroy a small business and upend an entire family whose livelihood depends on that business. And that's not an image that the city of Manchester, who claims to support small businesses, should want to project. I've reached out to the mayor's office through direct message, phone calls, and emails, but haven't received a response. I also contacted several aldermen, with only Pat Long replying. We had a productive conversation about the situation, and when I asked why 88 Coffee's lot was the only viable option, he said he didn't know why, but he trusted the engineer's judgment, believing other alternatives had been explored and ruled out. I also asked about his comment in Manchester England, where he said he'd been told no properties would need to be taken during the original vote. He clarified that his understanding was that no properties would be affected, though he admitted he might have misunderstood the response to his question. He's not sure it would have changed his vote either way, but emphasized project's importance and expressed confidence in the people leading it. He also reaffirmed his belief that Manchester supports its small businesses whenever possible. Since my interview with Bo, a few things have changed. The city has come back with a revised offer of $550,000 for the property, which matches 88 Coffee's original assessment. It still doesn't cover the relocation cost, but it is a higher number. Whether or not this is due to the fact that the public has gotten involved, I don't know. 88 Coffee has also hired a company to assess the business and relocation expenses, which they'll present to the city as negotiations continue. If you want to help, the best way to do that is to contact the mayor's office, contact the alderman, and contact your local state representatives, and express that you believe 88 Coffee deserves fair treatment. Losing this small business would hurt not just Manchester, but the entire community. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope that you can get down and enjoy a nice cup of coffee at 88 Coffee before the 19th. Have a wonderful day, guys. Mwah! Bye!